Hello, and welcome back to the channel. I see here at the end of the 21-22 season, so I'm just going to quickly kind of recap everything that happened. Kind of probably saw a big spoiler there on the scrolling across the screen, but we'll kind of get into it. So let's get into, I guess, start off how we did in the various competitions. So as you can see here, the main competition, the Premier League, we had a pretty incredible season, almost invincible season here, and won the title. So this is going to be a one and done Get Quest career mode. Here we finished with, 33 wins, 4 draws, and 1 loss for 103 points. So we were one match away from being invincible. Who do we lose to? We lost to Chelsea, match week 5. We lost to Chelsea. That was our only loss of the season. So that's pretty impressive. We basically went on, like a 32 match unbeaten run to end the season. That's pretty incredible. But yes, that's how we did in Premier League. We won the title. So, as I said, one done kick quest because you won probably one of the biggest trophy you could have won this season. We clinched the title in match week 33 with a 1-0 win away to Manchester United. So the Dejan Kulusevski goal was the title clincher. And then we lifted the trophy, as you can see, like the footage at the end, after a 4-2 home win against Leicester. So, you saw the nice purple third kit lifting the trophy for us. In terms of other competitions, let's look at the FA Cup, I guess, next. That's what's next here. I see Man City beat Liverpool 2-1 in the final. We started out in round 3. Against Port Vale, 5-0 win. Played that match. We had goals from Harry Winks, 2 from Dane Scarlett, 1 from Steven Bergwijn, and 1 from Davinson Sanchez. Dane Scarlett man of the match. He had 2 goals and an assist. Round 4. Yeah, matched up against Blackpool. The game I played, Spurs got knocked out in the 5th round of the FA Cup that year. So 2-0 with goals from Steven Bergwijn Scarlett, who assisted the other one. And Steven Bergwijn was man of the match that match. Round 5, we got matched up against West Ham. Simulated the match because that's where the Spurs lost to, I think it was Middlesbrough after extra time. So I just quick simmed it. Finished in a 3-3 draw with goals from Kane, Kulusevski, and Son. So our front 3 all got in on the action. Then we won 5-4 on penalties to advance to the quarterfinals. Where we got matched up against Chelsea. Simulated that one using the kind of the last 5 thing, which was all losses. So I made it no matter what. I was kind of had a sim. We lost 3-0. Which is pretty disappointing. And our FA Cup run in the quarterfinals. And then I obviously said Man City beat Liverpool in the finals to win that trophy. Carabao Cup, you're going to see here we lost to Liverpool in the final. So how did we get there? So round 3, where are we at? Here we go. We got Cardiff in round 3. So I played all the matches except, actually I don't know, did I play all of them? No, I did this one. I think I did like the draw, like slow sim and hopped in if I needed to. The rest I played except for the semi-final. So round 3, 2-1 against Cardiff. Goal from Dane Scarlett and Steven Bergwijn. Dane Scarlett was man of the match. Round 4, we got a matchup against Watford. I played that match. Oh, it's on the screen. There it is. 1-5-1 with 2 braces from Lucas Moura, Steven Bergwijn, and Dane Scarlett goal. With Lucas Moura man of the match. Quarterfinals, we got matched up against Chelsea. I played that because I said we made it to this semi-finals. So I played the quarterfinal. Won 1-0 with a Sonny goal assisted by Ryan Sessegnon. Sonny was man of the match. Semi-finals got matched up against Norwich. And I had to sim both because we lost both legs of the Carabao Cup that year to Chelsea. So I had to sim both. The first leg we won 2-1 with goals from Bentancur and Son. And the second leg we drew 1-1 with a goal from Dan Kulusevski to win 3-2 on aggregate. And advanced to the final. We got matched against Liverpool, did the last 5 thing. We got sim, so I slow simmed it, but the only thing I really do is like do substitutions, because obviously the game would do those if I quick simmed it. So yeah, did the substitutions. We lost 1-0 to Liverpool. I think it was like a Diogo Jota goal, like the 82nd minute, which is a heartbreaker because their energy was like all down low. So I think if we had made it to extra time, we might have had a chance of winning. But it is what it is. Especially since we got the Premier League title, so it's not a huge deal that we didn't win either cup competition. Look at the European stuff. Super Cup, Chelsea beat Villarreal. Champions League, Bayern beat Real Madrid. Europa League, Leicester beat AC Milan. And then Conference League, Leverkusen beat Copenhagen. So obviously we were in the Conference League. So where did we? How did we kind of get there? Round of 16, we were in Group G. We finished top of the group with 11 points. It's pretty solid. So after that, we immediately went to the round of 16 against Galatasaray. So that the only time we've actually played them in competitive fixture obviously was last season in the Europa League where we went to Galatasaray and lost. Because I was like obviously in the future compared to the 21-22 season. I just did kind of like either do when it's a team that doesn't have any data. I do two in the randomizer. I do two win or play, two draw, and two sim. And for the first leg, I got sim. So we won 3-2 with goals from Dyer, Son, and Bentancur. Second leg, we got draw. So I slow simmed it, but we took like a lead 3-1, 3-2 with goals from Son, Emerson, and Bergwijn. With Emerson being the man of the match in that one, and Bentancur in the first leg for a 6-4 aggregate win. Then in the quarterfinals, we got matched up against fake Roma. Again, the only time we played them in a competitive fixture was last season's Europa League, where we drew with them on American Thanksgiving. So kind of same thing as with Galatasaray. First leg we got draw, so as it worked, we drew 1-1. Goal from Stephen Bergwijn, assisted by Harry Kane. And the second leg I simmed, which it finished 2-3. I think it was after extra time, with goals from Decky and Bergwijn, but it wasn't enough to secure us the win, as we lost in extra time and got knocked out 4-3 on aggregate, which is a bit of a heartbreaker. But again, by that point, like by most of this point, we still had a pretty hefty league in the table in the Prem, so I wasn't too worried about not winning a trophy. But it was disappointing that we got to basically the quarterfinals or better in all three of the other competitions and didn't come away with any silver at all. Then, as I said, Leverkusen beat Copenhagen 2-0 in the final to win the Conference League. So that's kind of all the various competitions. In terms of transfers, I'll be blunt. It was basically the 2018 no transfer summer. Didn't bring any players in, didn't sell any players. So I go to the email inbox. I think it'll show kind of I just did a bunch of loans. So I loaned out Malachi Fagan Walcott on 1-year loan to, I think it's a Portuguese club. Jamie Bowden to Fortuna Dusseldorf. Harvey White, for the second half of the season, on loan to AZ Alkmaar. Brandon Austin on loan for the second half of the season to Celtic. And then Bennett and Deveimer for the next season if we didn't end up winning a trophy, but we did, so it didn't really matter. Then there's Lucas still. He tore his quad, was out for 3 months, so he missed a lot of the last part of the season. Tanganga also had a couple-month injury, but he was a backup player. Didn't really matter as much. So it was more, but him being out kind of hurt more than Tanganga. Sorry, it's like blanked for a second. But yeah, Mora's injury is a little more unfortunate because it made it harder in terms of rotating the front line. But yes, that's kind of transfers and stuff. So we didn't really do any in or out because the squad. If you look at we're gonna go in the squad hub here, look at stats. The squad is incredibly bloated with 44 players. So obviously it was like I couldn't really get rid of them. The only players that were like on expiring contracts were either players we had in on loan, so Golini and Decky. And then we had Cameron Carter-Vickers who's already on loan at Celtics. We couldn't do anything about that. Then it was two youth players, Toby Amole and Jeremy Mukendi. Neither one of which Amole got like no bites in the market. Then Mukendi early on the season asked for an extension. I said no because I was trying to sell him. He got all upset and requested transfer. And then I actually got a couple of offers for him. He rejected every single one that we accepted. So got on him. Then everyone who was on 2 years left, who was potential also were people who were already on loan, or kind of youth players who I sent out on loan again, or Christian Romero who was on loan. So again, we couldn't really sell anyone because everyone else who was kind of in the squad who was a senior player was on a 3-year or longer contract, so we couldn't sell anyone. Therefore, we couldn't bring anyone in because we had a full squad too. So that's why there's no transfer business. But in terms of stats and stuff, we'll kind of go through it here. Sending at the end because these obviously at the bottom was based on how the position order goes. So kind of scroll through most of these rather quickly. You can kind of see the stats for yourself over here. But I'll kind of pull up, I guess, kind of how they did in terms of golden boot and most assists and all that kind of good stuff. Oh, in terms of the league, as I said, and scroll all the way down, the 3 teams that got So obviously you probably saw on top, Chelsea, City, and Liverpool finished the rest of the top four to make Champions League, and United finished fifth to make the Europa League. And I'm guessing I think Leicester and Everton will get some sort of like Conference League and Europa League, I think, because they finished sixth and seventh because Liverpool and City won the two cups, and they're obviously both already in the Champions League. So I think Leicester would get Europa, and Everton would get Conference League, I think. Oh, Leicester would get Champions League too because they won the Europa League. So I think Everton, West Ham. So Everton would get Europa League, and West Ham would get Conference League. I think that's how it works. That's pretty crazy. We'd have 8 teams in Europe, which is kind of what we have, I think, this season. Well, anyways, but it's pretty crazy. It worked out kind of like that. Anyways, but yeah. So Golini, decent season. Hugo Lloris, excellent season. He won I think it's called Golden Glove, whatever is the most clean sheets, with 20 clean sheets in the league, which was 7 more than Mendy at Chelsea, who finished second. Reguilon had a pretty solid season, as did Sessegnon. Center backs all did pretty decent. With Eric Dyer having some 3 goals. Very good. Doherty, Tanganga, and Emerson. So the left side I was a little more kind of focused on my attack, obviously because Sonny was the left winger. So I was trying to focus most of my attacks down that side of the pitch when I would play. So that's why like Sessegnon and Reguilon have much better stats than Doherty and Emerson. I think they'll also like Sessegnon and Reggie are also just more attacking players in general. Anyways, Harvey White, I guess, because his stats don't show up here because he went out alone in the second half of the season. He made 7 appearances, had no goal contributions at all, but he did make 7 appearances before his loan to AZ for the second half of the year. Ali Skip and Højbjerg did pretty good. Bentancur and Harry Winks also had pretty solid seasons as well in terms of goal contributions. Alfred Bond made some appearances, had a goal in the league as well. And here we go. Score back to Sonny in a second. Gio Benez makes a handful of appearances, 1 goal in the Conference League. Steven Bergwijn, a really solid season. 12 goals, 10 assists, pretty solid. Lucas was having a good year, 9 goals, 7 assists before his injury, as did Decky. And then Harry Kane, 31 goals, all competitions, 30 of which were in the Premier League, so he finished with the Golden Boot with 30. In terms of other players finished the goals, top 10 goals, Harry Kane finished first with 30. You see Sonny had, go back up to Sonny now. Where's he at? He finished with 24 goals in the league, which is second. And then Decky finished 7th in the league with 15 goals. In terms of assists, Sonny had 20 in the league, which is the most. And then Decky had 9, which was 5th. And then Reguilon had 8, which was 7th in the league. And then Harry had 7, which was 9th in the league. It's pretty solid all around. Sonny with 55 goal contributions in all competitions. It's basically had a goal contribution every match. As you see here, 46 total matches, 55 total goal contributions. Pretty epic stuff. So yeah, Sonny had an excellent season. Got us a trophy. So successful kick quest all around, I would have to say. So yeah, that's pretty fun. Kind of probably also a good thing you can probably notice looking at the kind of screen up here. Let's just throw it up there quick and then go back into Sonny's stats so you can see those while I wrap things up. But I see my I guess I could show why. So that's why I could do that quick and then we'll go back into things. But yeah, so board expectation is really low. Youth development this was like the one person who was like a youth player had was disgruntled and signed to the senior team, but didn't complete any of the signing ones, again because the squad was full and because I literally couldn't find like 3 players from Asia who filled their requirements. I technically did find 3, but the problem was one of them was Wang Hee-chan, who was on loan at Wolves. So obviously since he was already on loan, I couldn't sign him, so that made it impossible. So I didn't complete either of these 2 objectives. We had completed the 7 streak of away goals. Financial looks like we finished the season with a high enough profit margin. We finished top 4 out, so we won the title. They want us to reach the FA Cup final, we reached quarterfinals, so that was a no. And then Continental, they wanted us to win the Conference League, but we got knocked out in the quarterfinals, so my manager rating is pretty low, so it's probably a good thing we did win the title, because there was a decent chance I might have gotten sacked after the season if we didn't. But it doesn't matter in the end, because we did win the title by such a large margin, which is good. But just going to pull up Sonny's stats real quick again. Sorry about that, but yes, it was a good thing that we did win the title, because it was, again, for being sacked. But yes, this is a solid kick quest. Had pretty decent runs at all the competitions. Had a lot of fun playing the kind of Conte 3-4-3, which again, the link to that tactic will be in the first video. It's the same tactic I used for the Hugo Lloris one, but that's as a refresher, it's in the link. It'll be in the description for the intro video as well. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. I think next series on the channel should either be, I think, Undertale, which I've never played. I've seen lots of plays before many years ago, but never played myself, so that should be fun. Or it'll be another kit or jersey quest, not sure which one. But yeah, so this was fun. Hopefully you enjoy the series. Hopefully you enjoy the little footage of Sonny hosting the Premier League title after I kind of wrap up here. But yeah, so thank you for checking this out. Hopefully you check out the next series, whatever it happens to be as well. Thank you.
One here, including the players, just waiting for the moment when they can celebrate their accomplishments. The trophy will soon be theirs.
Well, it's been a long wait, but it's worth it. Celebrating in front of their own fans. They've been excellent this season. They fully deserve to be the champions.
And that is a vivid picture of what we associate with this group of players. It's all about the team ethic. You can see what it means to this tight-knit team. Real solidarity.
Well, this is special for everybody at the club. What a great moment for any young player. And this is what you dream about when you start playing football. When you're playing in the playground, you want to win a cup. Brilliant moment.
It's a special moment in the career of any footballer. And now for the trophy lift itself. The cup winners.
Well, you can just see what it means to those players and the manager. That's fantastic stuff.
There's always the element of chance in a cup competition. But my goodness, they've taken the rough with the smooth. And now they savour the moment.
Well, for some of these players, it will be the pinnacle of their careers. They just have to take it all in now and realise what they've achieved here. It doesn't come much better than this, does it? And just look at those fans. They've followed their club everywhere.
Really a match made in heaven between players and fans. And these celebrations are going to continue for quite some time. And this is always part of the fun, Stuart, the photographs.
Well, this photo will be hanging up in the study for years to come, won't it? Just make sure you're in that front row. That would be my advice.
So there we have it, the league champions.